Start my speech in 3, 2, and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, opening opposition disagree with the motion because it will blacklist the democracy. Move to my clarification. There are 2 points of the opening statement of the opening government state that 1. Voting randomly with unclear reasons. They are not knowing who they are voting for. Our response is, no, this is false. We believe that citizens that are voting for have a brief of who they want to vote briefly. So the second, opening government state that expert or educated people are not sharing their knowledge to other people. So our response is, no, it is false. They deliver the information on which side of the politics education or knowledge mouth by mouth. So they are trying to tell other people but not publicly. So it is not like they are trying to share them on the Instagram or so on. So they are just by mouth to mouth. So now move to my rebuttals. I have 3 points of rebuttals from to the opening government that stated. 1. Why then we need this kind of standard that's politics knowledge? Our response is, people already have the political knowledge when they are on junior high school. So by giving another task or educational political knowledge is no need at all. Example, Indonesia. On primary school, we have PPKN, where we learn about politics. We know how the politics gonna be. We learn how the procedure and so on. And the second, why then it is okay to actually take over the right of these people for voting instantaneously? Our response is, people already sees what the part they are trying to reach. I know and I see that we believe that the people that are trying on the party side have their own campaign. Nowadays, we believe that every media such as radio, TV, Instagram, Twitter will take over the front line to serve us the better information of the people from the backgrounds and so on. So less or more, we already know about the brief of the people itself. On the campaign, the person itself will state their programs and so on. But as stated by the team government, people will be more knowledgeable and not harming others on 458 because you make the right decisions. As I know, this means the task will provoke people to choose, and they are no freedom on who they are trying to choose. What do we as opposition want? We want is to stay on the human rights of their own choices without any intervention from the external. Our goal is to strengthen the democracy. Now let's move to 2 points of my arguments, ladies and gentlemen. 1 is to protect human rights, and 2 is to strengthen the participant of the politics. Let me elaborate the first argument, to protect human rights. Ladies and gentlemen, what is human rights? Human rights is the basic of freedom where people have their own decision from born until death. Why is this important? We believe that people that created by God and born have the same right to own their life, to own everything from their life. And why we are trying to make it small and we are trying to cut their own freedom? They are trying to do what they wish to do. They are trying what they are happy to do or so on. May disagree with these motions. We are trying to stand for what people work on getting. There are 3 points on it, such as 1. It is create a freedom without task. People are free to vote. The second, voting is not a task or quiz. Not because of you pass the test of the knowledge of political issues, you can vote. But it is about the people's to vote. So they can vote even they are not past the knowledge. We cannot bake it, we cannot cut it or so on. The third, we believe voting is direct, public, free, confidential, honest, and fair. So as a human, we may not limit people's choice. Likelihood, the best scenario that we can offer is we are not against the law of people have their own freedom. Comparatively to the worst scenario that we see, people will not free and it is binding the people from their own freedom. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me elaborate the second argument to strengthen the participant of the politics. What is politics participation? Politics participation is to help to shape the country and the community. So we need everyone to have their own decision to shape their own country and community itself. Why politics participation is important? This is important because the more people vote, the more stable of the democracy itself. So there is no one is more light and one is more, how to say, yeah, some kind of that. Citizens may not regret for the win team because they already choose. So if they are win team and they are not, they are lose, it is everyone's problem. It is everyone's to willing to accept their failure itself. So they are trying to hope for the best. So because as you can see, without having a knowledge test itself, people already lazy to vote. In this case, by giving a knowledge test, that means the vote itself from the citizen will decrease sharply. Maybe there will be no other people that can vote, but the ambitious side of the party will push the people to vote for him. It will win against everything. We don't want this to happen. Likelihood, the best scenario is we can over people that vote for their own country's sake. So it is about the self or human awareness itself. Comparatively, the worst scenario is people will be more lazy to vote for their own country, and the ambitious one will be occupied from the party side. So this is not good, right? We are very proud to propose as opening oppositions. Thank you.